Good morning. So it's Sunday the 4th of September and we are in London for the big half marathon. So we've got a big contingent of Running Hub members today, either running target races, training runs for respective marathons. We're here really early, so we've got a coach down, no, not coach, we've got a couple of buses down, 5:15, and it was a really smooth journey. So it's now like only 6:30 we're here. The race starts at 8:30. We're gonna have a picture on Tower Bridge, find our bearings, get ready and go and run a half marathon. 15 days till the wedding! Right, how are we both feeling about today's race?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Good. Strategies, plans?
I'm a bit worried about the medal because I haven't released it.
Oh.
There isn't a medal today.
There is a medal. I've got a green bib, which means medal.
And a
Give me the
t-shirt.
medal.
Steph, how are you feeling about today's race?
Tired.
Tired?
It's too early.
Too early, early start.
It'll be fine once we get going.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to?
Running over the bridge and my medal.
Just saying there's no medal.
Morning, Dan.
Morning, you alright?
Good, are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Are you looking forward to today?
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Should be fun. Should
Good.
be really good.
Any targets, aspirations?
No, just a nice easy run today. Get
Your plan says.
13 miles and it certainly does. Get some miles under the belt and and a few trips to the toilet as possible.
Good stuff.
You did not say that on video.
He did. Morning, Sam.
Good morning, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Quickly to plug the new socks, by the way.
New socks.
Go past the socks.
Thanks for the interlude. How are we doing?
All good, yeah, feeling good, ready for it again.
Advertisement included.
Excited?
Yeah, right.
That's a bit ad.
Nice hoodie.
Okay. Let me just get some cut my bag for you. 1 second. Oh, it's in this pocket here. But yeah, not feeling good. Just spoke with Matt, who I'm going to probably run off with. The A triple star target would be 75 minutes. I'm not quite sure we're both there yet in our training block, but we're going to go out at maybe 5:50s and then see how we feel and then pick up towards the end, which was pretty similar to what we did in Cambridge, but we started about 10 seconds slower. So yeah, hopefully a few months on, we should be there.
This is, you love this race, don't you? It's your
This is my
favourite.
favourite race. Yeah, I've done it every year so far, and I PB'd every time. So hopefully
No pressure.
I have a PB today. So yeah, all
We'll
good.
catch you in the pub afterwards.
You will indeed.
Do the little
shots
hand
and
thing.
Buka.
Put the hand, do you know the hand? So we've got Tower Bridge up here.
North side of Tower Bridge.
Baggage drop is down here. This is for the North Star. North Star is over here. Lots of toilets and lots of runners.
Running for charities. So wish you the very best of luck and hope that you can raise as much money.
Right, everyone's prepping, changing shoes, anti-chafe. What shoes have we got? So we've got Vaporflies. They look like a pair of Alphas.
Alphas. I don't know what that is.
Vapors, Alphas, Asics. These are Adidas Pros somethings. New Balance, Vapors, Joe's Crocs, Vapors.
Crapjack.
Yeah, lots of Vaporflies around. Sliders, Dan. Slider gang.
The old, I can't put them in turbo mode there, so I should have put the Crocs.
Have we also noticed Dan's training top?
The training top, joggers, pristine quality. Only the highest quality for the Running Hub.
Because we got to London quite early, it meant for a relaxed morning. The team were just getting ready, chatting away and trying to put our nerves at bay. Then it was time to put our bags in the bag drop area, which was really, really straightforward, and then head out for a warm-up before making our way to the start line, which was a rolling start. it was a rolling start, because we were in the pens, they were just encouraging to people to filter through, and I started at 8:32 rather than 8:40. Mile 1 was just about finding my rhythm and finding some space on the routes, as there was a lot of people around us. Mile 2 was then through the Limehouse Tunnel, and I completely forgot that this was a whole mile long, and oh my, did it get really warm in there. Mile 3, and we're heading into Canary Wharf. I went through 5k in around 23 minutes. Wasn't sure how I was feeling at this stage, kind of mixed, kind of felt good 1 minute, then not so great the next, and I thought, oh, maybe do I back off at this stage? The route is part of the London Marathon course, but in reverse, so it was lovely to see some special points out on the course, bits that I recognised from various London Marathon days, and just tried to take that in points that I wasn't feeling my best. At this point of the course, I was having a real mental battle because my signal had gone all over the place in Canary Wharf and through the Limehouse Tunnel. So I had no true reflection of really what I was running at. So I was having to look at the mile markers and my overall time to try and work out my pacing. I went through 10k in 46 minutes-ish, so I was actually on track, and that kind of kept me going, knowing that I was almost halfway and at the Tower Bridge. I vividly remember smiling here, and like really trying to force a smile in some respects, but also just being super grateful that I was there running the race and I was well enough to do so. So at that point, it was a nice moment to be like, right, 5 miles left to go, Katie, you have got this. To me, mile 10 is always a big milestone. It always feels like that's the bulk of the race done, so it's the last push home to the finish. By the time we got to mile 11, I felt on top of the world. I don't know if it was just that mindset of 2 miles left or the gel that I'd taken at mile 9. By mile 12, I think the gel had worn off because I was on that struggle bus on that last mile, but I feel like that's what it needs to be in that last mile of a half marathon. You need to be pushing, you need to be working, you need to just keep that finish line in your sights.
Of the official big half finishes. It's a moment many of you are thinking of at what, 8:30, 9 a.m. and you embarked on this challenge. Well, congratulations. You see
runners will get a medal and an official event t-shirt. Well, this year the event is part of their sustainability drive as partnered with Trees Not Tees to offer runners a chance.
Just anyone. Oh my gosh.
What is it? PB ice cream?
Okay, Tucker, how are we doing?
Good, thank you.
Big half.
Big half, 2022.
Enjoy it?
Yes and no.
Okay, let's talk about the yes.
Grateful that I was running today because last year I was not able to run. So,
Enjoyed sporting, didn't you?
pardon?
Enjoyed sporting?
I did enjoy sporting last year, but I'm so happy that I could run today.
I missed you on Tower Bridge.
Ah, sorry, I wasn't there to support you. But yeah, did all right. 1:37. We've had some more runners come through.
So if we look realistically, 1:37.
Yeah.
Doubled. It's 3:14.
Yeah.
3:7.
7.
Yeah.
So if you
3:21.
pass 20,
Wow, so 3:30 on the card for London, no problem.
3:30, 3:40. We'll see. Yes, please.
Oh, hang on, we're interrupting there.
Prosecco, please.
Right, Dan Bullsden, we're back. Andy eating a burger behind you.
Yeah, as always, the nutrition of champions.
He wasn't a champion today, Nev beat him.
Yes, I never heard as well.
Yeah.
So went out with Casey Daisy for about the first 4.5 miles. Unfortunately, she dropped back, so I just wanted to stay consistent, sort of keep my head, not push on, not drop back, and then see it through to the end, really. So picked up Sean at the end, and another hub member, supported them through to the finish. Now wash it down with a nice ice cold Thatcher's Gold. Lovely.
You are Mr. Community, aren't you?
The hub of the hub. I think it's like 2:11, I think. So a lot slower. I'm really happy. I was
To be
aiming for
fair,
anything between 2:11
rewind the clock
and
18 months. Can you imagine saying you did a 2:11 Shield half marathon?
I struggled to do 2:11 12 months ago, and I finished today and didn't feel anything. Probably could have carried on that for quite a few more miles. Felt comfortable. Feel I'm in a really good place to kick on going forward with a few more weeks.
Vaseline,
The Vaseline and the chafing gel really sorts you out. So for 23 years of my life, I had awful blisters from chafing, and what you really want is the Be Good from Amazon chafing gel. Unreal stuff.
Can we get that Running Hub branded?
I can do samples if you want. No problem.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks very much.
Andy, how was your race?
Really nice, thank you.
Really nice.
Starting here now. The important thing is I beat Ben.
Okay.
I lost to Naz.
The old man beating.
But consider, are you going to use this? Are you going to edit it?
Yes.
Okay. I had a really nice run, thank you, Katie.
Good. What time did you do?
1:24.
Nice.
Change. What else do you want to know?
Anything you like. Anything to...
I went into the race really concerned about my groin, so I held back a little bit, and then once I got into it, it seemed okay, so I went for it. So I had a really strong second half. A bit disappointed with the first half now, knowing the groin held out, but onwards and upwards, this is where I'm still.
How was your race today?
It's all right, thank you.
Good.
Was it good prep for London in 4 weeks' time?
Yes. Good.
1:24.01.
Ooh, 01.
01.
Were you a bit gutted about the couple of seconds?
No, because I beat Andy.
Pardon?
I beat Andy.
Oh, you beat Andy, okay.
I was fifth. I just looked fifth in my age category.
Congratulations.
I'll take that. I'll take that all day long.
Good. How was the course? How did you feel?
Sweaty.
It was a warm morning, wasn't it?
And the tunnel.
Yeah, the tunnel of love too.
The tunnel of, I would say the tunnel of love. It wasn't much of a tunnel of love. It was sweaty today. Very good, but thank you.
1:24, amazing. Next stop, London.
Next stop, London.
How was the race, James?
I don't know. Am I answering that positively for YouTube or?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic! Great course. Love the big half. It's the best race of the year. Get it on your calendar.
There we have it, the Big Half 2022. Hope you enjoyed this video, just to kind of get a gist of what it was like at the start, if you're maybe watching this and you're going to do it in the future, or if you're just kind of interested to see what happened on the day. So as you saw, it was quite a fairly relaxed morning. What I didn't realise is that there was 2 bag drops, so north and south, either side of Tower Bridge, and then 1 start line. I somehow believed that there would be 2 start lines, but everyone started from the same location. A rolling start, which meant that some people had to wait a little while longer. But I think actually, if you were in the pen, you were just kind of encouraged just to keep moving forward. But I guess it's just to restrict everyone turning up at the same time and it being really busy. The course itself, I quite enjoy, for me personally, running parts of the London Marathon route. It brings back fond memories, and also for those that maybe haven't had the opportunity to run London yet, it's a great way to run around the city. The course I wouldn't say was like particularly like mega busy this time round. I have run it once before. I can't really remember what it would have been like, but might have been down to the rolling start and people coming out to see their friends that maybe were in later waves, so it wasn't too busy. But the people that were out on the course supporting, like all of the marshals, really fantastically done. So you kind of got that buzz of running through the streets of London. In terms of like races, if you want to find out a little bit more about how myself and James got on, and also some of the Running Hub community, we have recorded a podcast about it as well. So we showcased everyone's efforts, performances, races, how everyone got on. Kind of a mixed bag, I'd say, from the Running Hub, which is a bit of a shame because back in March when we did Cambridge Half Marathon, pretty much everyone had like a really good race. So everyone was like super buzzing. This time round, it was kind of like a mixed bag. There's James just sneezing in the background, bless you. And like, don't get me wrong, everyone was like super happy to have finished, and the support within like the Running Hub and the community in the pub afterwards was just second to none. But it's always just a shame when, as a coach, people come in, they're like, well, it's all right. But this is sometimes what running's about, and then it's about learning and taking something away from it. So we had a really amazing afternoon. Like I even said, like the second part of the day was more fun than the race, but you know, I just loved catching up with everyone and chatting away and just seeing how everyone had got on with their race. I think there was a couple of factors. I think like it was really muggy that morning, and sometimes when you're in the thick of like marathon training, and if you're not really like tapering for an event, you kind of want it to feel a bit better than what it actually does. But we had some amazing PBs, some amazing performances, but yeah, it just felt like in the pub some people were like, kind of was hoping that it would go a little bit better, or was hoping for a little bit more. And that's how personally I had felt on the day as well. Like I was happy with the run and how it had gone, but kind of was also like keen and eager for a little bit, maybe to have squeezed a little bit more out. But also at the same time, I ran honest, I ran true, and that's kind of what happened on the day. So for me, I ran 1 hour 37. I did run 1 hour 34 there a couple of years ago, but I just, at the moment, my training has been more focused towards the long runs and preparing for the London Marathon, because I felt like that was my weakness. But then maybe also as a result, not saying that 1:37 is a bad time, but sometimes I'm more around the 1:32, 1:34 kind of mark. But there we go, it's all a learning experience, all something to take away moving forward into my next races. And I haven't raced much over the summer, so I was kind of like unsure where I was at. And as well, like looking back on it, not my watch really threw me off, because I really had no idea. And I actually ran the first half in 48:11 and the second half in 48:10. So I was actually kind of like evenly split, and maybe I would have felt a bit more positive in the middle if I'd known that I kind of was still on track, because my signal, it just felt like I was slowing down, but actually the effort was just getting harder maybe. But an amazing day out, I certainly recommend it, especially if you're going up there with a group of friends. It's really good if you are preparing for a bigger race and you've not done those bigger races before. We always encourage people that are doing London Marathon to do it, just so that you can get used to the logistics, preparing for the start line and all that kind of stuff. And then as well, like even just finding your friends and family afterwards, that it's kind of like when you go into the unknown, it's like, right, okay, I've done the big half, now I'm kind of feeling okay going ahead into the London Marathon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We've got a few things coming up over the next few weeks, but also maybe a bit quieter on the front because something big's quite happening if you haven't already heard about it. But we will be keeping the channel up to date, definitely towards the end of September and going in October, because we've got the London Marathon coming up, there's the Great North Run this weekend, there's loads going on essentially. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, please subscribe, because we like to post lots of different videos about races, running, training tips and all things like that. So yeah, thanks for coming along with us, and we'll see you in the next video.